I was like, ah.
Would you believe that people kayak in the LA River?
What?
Yeah, I've seen that. That is, I know. I just can't. Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I mean, you're talking to a person since the fires. I have not been to the
fires when they're the ones accused.
I'd like to hear what he proposes as an alternative, you know?
Like, so he wants Israel to do the He wants the IDF to investigate their own alleged crimes.
Right, but how is that any less biased? Like, what? That's the definition of bias. We cannot allow that.
Let's say you're accused of committing murder, and I'm like, you know what, Aziz? You're going to investigate your own murder. Tell me, are you guilty or not?
Great. Bro, the case is closed.
That's what I said. Like, when did someone involved in the act, crime or innocence, ever be the judge or ever be like a lawyer?
Trump.
Did you?
No, so to be fair, no, I guess.
When did that ever happen in history?
So to be fair, no, I guess that is actually it is actually common practice within militaries. That's why you have military police.
Really?
So the military police, yeah. So every military has a military police, right?
I see.
Yeah. So in the case in Israel, for example, of the military police arresting the people who raped the Palestinian prisoner, right?
Okay.
The military police were actually doing their job. But what happened was that people, like regular civilian people, started protesting against this.
Yeah.
And the Knesset held hearings against this, saying that Israelis have the right to rape Palestinians. At which point, the military police...
The Israelis...
Dude, let me just finish talking.
You talking shit, bro. You don't know about it.
I'm sorry, let me finish, because I haven't heard this before. I don't know this.
So at which point, the military police were under so much pressure from the government and society that they had to release them.
So they're not.
What are you saying?
Either. So they're not fit for.
What am I saying? What I'm saying is what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Military police, bro. Because the way you're saying you fucked up. The military police do the work of the same government.
Okay, why don't you pause it at this?
What he said. Like the Israeli military police saw all of a sudden like reliable.
No, I didn't say it was all of a sudden reliable. I said that in this case. In this case,
good Lord,
they were actually doing their job, and they still could not do it due to pressures from other institutions within the government. But in a general sense, outside of Israel, look at any other government, right? Every military has a military police whose job it is to persecute or prosecute the people in the military who are committing war crimes. Obviously, this is not the greatest system in the world.
All right, so why Jewish people raping kids?
Hold on. So how long has America America does?
This is an institution. The fact that every military has a military police is at least 70 years old.
What is the military?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Thank you, Benny.
I just want to add on to Benny's point. So specifically in the Israeli parliament, I forgot the exact bill, but there's legislation that's passed specifically because the point is when they talk about Israeli soldiers raping, for example, the prisoners, it's because of the fact that when it comes to for example, the United States, right? You give, for example, the classification of people. So obviously you have the United States citizens, you have like diplomats, then you have like citizens, then you have, for example, permanent residents, then you have, for example, illegal like asylum seekers, then you have illegal aliens, and then, for example, refugees, right? So it's usually the classification. In Israel, the thing is that you have citizens, and then you also have people that are quote unquote seen as second-class citizens. Now, legally, there's still Palestinians who are residing within Israel, right? Who do day-to-day job and stuff. They're still classified as citizens of the country. Now, what happens basically is that there was legislation that was introduced and passed, and it almost was passed through a majority of seeing people who are non-Jewish ethnically to be seen as second-class citizens, so not having the rights of a fellow citizen would. So that means, for example, when it comes to their taxation codes, when it comes to, for example, their civic duty, for example, to vote, and their powers in that regard, for example, the power that any citizen is granted, right? Is not, for example, it's different now, and doing it on the basis of, for example, specifically ethnicity, for example, or religion. And so that's why, for example, the individuals that are seen, for example, in prisons are seen as the lowest because one, not only are they not citizens, but they're also not considered as, for example, quote unquote people, because now they have no legal right. When they have no legal authority, for example, technically no other country can go into that country and to claim them or have a claim upon them, right? And that country, which is what they're residing in, is current day occupied Palestine. They actually have no legal status. So if something to happen to them, no one can technically do anything. I mean, obviously people can, but I'm saying no one can technically do anything in that instance because they have no right. Now, according to any other convention or, for example, the United Nations, it's considered as a war crime because you can't just rape a war prisoner. That's not allowed. But that's the thing. No one has the legal means per se to go in, and no one would want to go in because obviously the ramifications that Israel would do to them. So that's why when these cases come up, the thing is that it's very evident, but no one can really do anything in the immediate. So,
Dude, how much can one like trust? How did you get to this as a human rights? How did you come to? No, like we decide who we persecute while we fight a common enemy.
This is just power and how things work. If you have a lot of power, you get to do what you want. The Jews have a lot of power, so they get to do what they want.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying as a system, I'm questioning the system.
Yeah. Again, who defines the system? Those who are in power. So, not just the system. Your whole interpretation of how law works is extremely Jewish. You go by the letter of the law. Basically, lawyering is just looking for every technicality.
Yeah, you're right about that. Oh my God, you're so genius about that. Yeah.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big
And that
content.
could perhaps be because of like extreme orderly extreme ritualistic practices.
Yes.
Like, right? Yep. Like it's very it's on forums with the
can I get the mod, please? Someone give me mod.
What happened? Why did you drop?
Oh, I had a phone call. I don't know.
Okay, here.
Thank you very much.
See, the myth of the world is that, we're shaped by Christian norms and Christian values in the West. Now we're shaped by Jewish norms, Jewish law, Jewish worldviews, legalisms. I mean, look, to be honest.
But it's not wrong. It is right. Like once the letter of the law is inscribed in stone, I mean, that is the safety net of one who's fighting a case, right? So it's not even to say like a Jewish lawyer or someone who's well versed with these with the detailing.
Yeah, a lot of technical nonsense. Okay,
yeah.
For instance, what?
It's not nonsense. It's that's the loophole, I think, in the whole system.
No, Nurgus. Can I tell you something? Israeli people is fucked up. They're raping kids. You know that? They're raping kids, and they got a no fucking self-defense. They are bitch ass. That's why they call America to help them. But America say, fuck off. You know why they not help him? Because America don't want to be in jail for the fight.
Okay, that's right, Cholo.
Hello everyone. Can I please answer just the point made by Bani Adam earlier? You said that why does, since the IOF, they have their military police, why don't they just, be trusted with the investigation?
That's not what I said.
Okay, what we said then?
What I said was it is a common practice amongst militaries all across the world to have military police. Right? So there is a precedent in that regard. With regards to Israel specifically, there is historical precedent to show that they do not have the ability to remain impartial and actually prosecute war crimes.
They prosecute war crimes.
I said they do not have the ability to remain impartial and prosecute war crimes due to pressures from society and the government.
So why the fucking Jewish people are raping kids?
It's because, are you listening to me?
I'm listening to you because the way you're talking, you fucked up. You just coming like a tough, bro. Watch your mouth before you come.
What the fuck am I? Oh my God. These people are retarded.
Watch your mouth, you retarded. The way you're talking, this way you
I
put the
wish
dog
I
picture in
was
your face,
retarded.
dog.
Yo, Carissa.
Nah, bro, the way he talking, he coming tough. What you want?
I don't think they understand English.
Fuck Israel. It's straight. Fuck Israel. Fuck his mama, fuck his sister, fuck his whole family. Straight.
Daddy.
I'm supporting Israel because of time.
Chill, man.
Okay, can we keep it respectful,
You're
please?
crazy. I swear to God.
Regardless of your
I just wanted to add to Nerj's point is that I think that the reason why is when it comes to only following the letter of law is something that is efficient is because as time changes, laws also develop. Now obviously there is a bifurcation between common and civil law, especially in for example in Europe and then obviously North America. But the thing is that as time changes, right, you'll have civic conundrums that will emerge. Like for example, in South Carolina, when a gay couple goes to, for example, a Catholic baker and says to them that for our wedding we would like a cake. Now, if for example the person the business owner chose to not provide them business, is it in violation of for example the gay couple's rights? Or when the gay couple goes to the Catholic baker, right, should they be cognizant of the fact that the person won't serve them because that's his right to do business with who he chooses to? So, for example, the letter of the law would say, for example, the superiority of the business owner, but as there is, for example, maybe an emerging LGBT community, regardless of what your stance is on them, right? This, for example, would showcase that, okay, like, is the law needed to be amended in that case? So the letter of the law, for example, is very important because there's the letter of the law and then also there is the overarching meaning of the law per se.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. It actually did strike before you said it. Like, yeah. I think I was looking at it as a particular to the situation we have at hand, and therefore, like, thinking, bro, there's no way they're gonna like punish or bring them to justice, you know? Yeah.
Because we go by the letter of the law. I mean, you
No, in this case, what Caleb is proposing, which is justified, because I guess we've been doing it like this all along.
No.
But
Even if you go by the letter of the law, due to the pressures of both Israeli society and Israeli government, right? Yeah, even if you go by the letter of the law, they still won't follow the letter of the law because their underlying culture is that of supremacy.
Okay, so this is what I would have said. Etc.
Yeah, religious supremacy.
Yeah, there's just no way like this. You think the UN's gonna involve itself, or is the UN Zionist too?
The UN is basically under the control of the Security Council, which means it's the United.
I guess we all need to write testimony. Thinking about it yesterday. You guys, you know what? I think this narrative can be changed very conveniently, like in a short period of time too, simply because because it can. There's just such an unequal distribution of power. In this case,